All right. Good evening, folks, or good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are.
Welcome, everyone. This is
Um,
Cameron Facer and
and your good buddy Zavid, friendly
ZAYVID.
neighborhood.
I love how your Discord image is Peter Parker in his
Oh,
wrestling costume.
yeah, I had to do that, dude.
Makes it even fits even better considering the ending of No Way Home. For spoilers for like the 5 people that haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, yeah, what a movie, dude.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, that was a dream come true on so many levels. Unbelievable.
hmm Yeah,
I
when
want to
I'm
get too track, man, but I think I want to let you start and just kind of like just go down the barrel and give me some of your 2022 most hyped, like what we're looking forward to this year.
All right, so probably number one on the list is easily Spider Verse, Into the Spider Verse
Oh,
two.
yep.
I
I had a
mean,
feeling you'd say, yeah.
that's my number one highest one. The first one was just like that one changed, and not just animated movies, but I think like superhero
It just
movies.
changed flavors in general, yeah.
Yeah, I also really like the message that it gave out. It's that anyone
Well,
can be the mask, that anyone can be Spider Man, anyone can wear the mask.
mhm.
So,
Yeah,
which,
that was a great film, man.
mhm. So I am a little nervous that the first one won't be able, or that the second one won't be able to live up to the hype of the first one, because the first one is like, it's actually my younger brother's favorite movie of all time, which I don't blame him.
Yeah,
It's probably in my top 10. At the very least, it would
it's
be like number 3 in like my animated movies probably.
yeah, it's definitely top three animated movies of all time for me. Definitely, probably top 10 superhero movies.
Yeah, movies
That's a good
overall,
one.
I think it would be pretty high for me. Or
Yeah,
it would definitely
I
either be in the list or really close to being in the list.
yeah, I honestly believe in them for the sequel. I had this written down on my list too because I'm really excited to see just where they go with it. Like, there's just so much potential. I think they're gonna I think they're gonna do a great job. Just as long as I don't know. There's always stuff that you can see out of a sequel. You know, producers and studios tend to try and get involved with sequels because they're scared that they're not going to make the same money they did the first time.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that would worry me. But the writers that are behind that movie are pretty solid. I believe them.
Yeah. I guess another thing to kind of put your mind at ease on that front is out of all the Spider-Man movies, this one is the one to make the least amount of money. It made about 400 million, which is still like
Oh
it's still made well over its budget, but it's not like it broke like box office records and stuff. If anything, it grew a lot of its popularity after it had come like to Blu-ray and DVD and stuff.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, he did win an Oscar,
Yeah. That was in I think in the same
but
year when Boss Baby was nominated for an Oscar.
was Boss Baby really nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah. Well,
That's
I'm pretty sure. Let me check.
that's
Uh,
unreal. That's unbelievable.
yeah. So, oh no, that was. It was nominated in the same year as like Coco, the Boss Baby. I have to go 2019 Spider Verse. Okay, so the movies that were nominated for an Oscar that were for Best Animated Feature was The Incredibles 2, The Isle of Dogs, Wreck It Ralph 2, some Studio Ghibli movie, or Ghibli, I don't know, and then Into the Spider Verse.
I mean, I don't know why Incredibles 2 was up there. That was nothing special. But
Yeah, well, just because it was a Disney film. Wreck It Ralph
it was
2 might be one of my least favorite animated movies of all time. Especially
yeah, that
like
one
it makes me like love
especially
the
compared
first
to the
one
first.
so much more.
Yeah, especially dude, I used to watch the first one like over and over when I was a kid. I love that movie and then yeah, that second was hard to watch.
Yeah, I was yeah.
Not impressed.
Yeah, that one was a rough one.
Just wait until they come out with Ratatouille too.
Stop it. I'm gonna hurt you.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my number one for this year,
All right.
and you probably could have guessed this, but it's got to be Batman.
Yes.
Oh, man,
That
I'm
one's
so excited, dude. I've been reading so much about like Matt Reeves' vision for the movie, and he wants to make he's signed on for a trilogy right now. So if he gets to make that trilogy, I think it's gonna be incredible, man. It's all gonna be based on this first movie.
yeah. I think it'll be pretty good. I did hear that there was some production trouble between like
Yeah,
Matt Reeves and oh what's his face? The guy playing Batman.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah,
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I heard there was kind of a dispute between them and stuff, so but I think at the very least it's gonna look amazing. Like it's gonna be like a visually good looking film. And I have faith in Matt Reeves. Consider it because I know you don't really care for the remake Planet of the Apes movies, but like I think they're great. So
I haven't. I honestly haven't really watched through the newest ones. I've been meaning to watch the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the one that he got super famous for.
hmm
I've been meaning to watch that movie because I've heard they're awesome.
yeah,
I saw War. I saw War for the Planet of the Apes. That movie was pretty cool.
he directed the whole trilogy. Kind of
He directed the first one too.
yeah he did 1, 2, and 3 for like the new ones.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
I've seen the first one and the third one, and the first one was super cool. I loved that movie.
yeah no I think he did a really good job and I mean I also
Yeah,
love me some Andy Serkis who's also in the Batman.
yeah. What did he say when he came out of that? Like in the first one, when he came out to the enclosure and he spoke for the first time,
He
he was
just
like, "No."
yeah he's like no. I'll put a clip here.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and
I
everyone's
love
just
I
like
love that.
whoa.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna do a good job with it. He's got some cool inspirations too. I saw that he was referencing Chinatown and the French Connection, which
Mm,
honestly I think is a pretty cool inspiration for a Batman movie, considering like he's trying to take somewhat of like a neo noir like detective film approach, and I think that's a pretty good way to go about it.
yeah. I like the
And they just
action scenes that they've shown for the trailers.
yeah. Also, Catwoman just looks awesome,
Yeah.
and so does Penguin. Colin Farrell as Penguin. Oh man,
That's such a funny idea to me. I do not imagine Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Like Danny
yeah,
DeVito
I
already
know.
kind of looks like the Penguin.
Yeah, but Colin Farrell is so crazy. Like how he transformed for that role too.
Mhm. But
How it looks.
I think the last movie I saw with Colin Farrell in it was Artemis Fowl.
I
With
haven't seen that
oh,
movie.
don't. It's cancer. It's visual cancer.
Goodness.
That
Yeah, it looked like it. I remember reading those books when I was a kid. Did you ever read those?
I never read the books. I heard the books make it even worse. And like I kid you not, after watching that movie is like in my top 5 worst films of all time. Like it's that bad.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I do not say that lightly. That is easily one of my worst films of all time. For a lot of people, it's their number one worst. It is so bad.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a mess.
And it's like two and a
God,
half
yeah.
hours long. Oh my gosh. If I
Oh, that's brutal.
I
Yeah,
need
there it's
yeah. Oh, that movie's so bad.
yeah. Yeah. I it sucks because those books are super good. Like the story behind it, the lore and stuff goes super deep, and it'd be a cool TV show. But I don't know, you'd probably have to make it a kids show.
Yeah. Well,
But
I watched it on Disney Plus when it first came out for free, and I still wanted a refund. Like, like that's kind of how I felt after watching Wonder Woman 84. Like, we watched it on
yeah.
HBO Max, and I still wanted a refund. I'm like, good golly, how can someone make
Okay.
this terrible of a film?
I'm I'm in the major I guess I'm in the minority. I kind of liked Wonder Woman 84. It was kind of a mess, but I kind of liked it. I just don't know how to feel about that movie. I'm pretty sure it's bad, but I kind of liked part of it. Like I enjoyed it when I was watching it.
Yeah, I liked Pedro Pascal, and that's probably the only thing. Not because of his character, but he did a really good job acting and stuff. And you could
Yeah,
tell,
his good.
like pretty much when he was on screen, like being all crazy, I was having fun at that point because he was like just being so bonkers that you could tell he was having fun, so I was
Yeah,
having fun. But that's about the only praise I can give that movie. But that's a
yeah,
story for a
they
different day.
really. Oh, you know what's crazy though? What Aquaman 2 is coming out this year with no Amber Heard.
No,
She's being
I
replaced.
think Amber Heard is in it. I think people didn't want Amber Heard in it, but let me
I think
consult the
she.
internet.
Yeah. You go, girl.
Yeah, she's in it.
Uh
Yeah.
I hate that because Johnny, look at this. Look at this. Johnny Depp isn't in the new Fantastic Beasts, which I will not be watching. I haven't even
Yeah.
seen the last one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's because the producers of Aquaman actually like responded to the fans because everyone's like they're like don't put Amber Heard in the movie because like she's a terrible person. I'm not saying Johnny Depp is like some saint or whatever, but you
Yeah,
know
that's if you read
that's
about the case, it's such a messed up case. It's pretty
yeah,
obvious what happened,
yeah,
and it's just terrible. I don't know if anybody should have lost their job over it. I mean, come on, if either of them was going to lose their job, both of them should, but I don't think either of them should have.
yeah.
You know, but
So
the fact that Johnny Depp lost his job like that, I was like, well, I mean, fire her.
yeah, exactly.
So that sucks, but
Yeah,
it's whatever. I don't know if I want to go see Aquaman 2 then, but I really love the first, so now I feel terrible. That's
yeah.
one of my favorite DC movies. Aquaman was. I know some people really hate Aquaman, but that's one of my favorite comic book movies.
I'm kind of torn on it. I like Jason Momoa and stuff, but like parts of Aquaman just like really bug me. Like the movie, like the two things that I will like praise this movie on is like the color scheme and the camera work for the action scenes. How it's a lot of like
Yeah, that's
super
the
long takes.
one.
Like that's you can't deny that that's the movie's uh strongest assets.
Yeah, they hired a good director. James Wan killed it.
Yeah. Speaking of DC
It's crazy.
movies, The Flash is also coming out this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's another one I want to talk about. Yeah,
Which
we have Mike Keaton is coming back. Ben Affleck is coming back for his last time as a Batfleck.
yeah, I've heard a lot of people like there's leaks saying like all these things
Trying
that
anything.
that like Superman is going to be replaced with Supergirl from the
Yeah, that's
CW and they're getting rid of Batfleck. Like a lot of DC fans are not very happy
yeah. They're
about it.
getting rid of getting rid of Batman and they're making him Batgirl. It's gonna be. Have you seen the Batgirl movie that's coming out on the HBO Max?
I have not. I haven't really paid any attention to the CW or anything like
No,
that.
no, no. It's HBO Max. They're making a Batgirl movie. It's gonna be released in theaters in HBO Max with Michael Keaton and this new girl that they casted for Batgirl.
Oh yeah, isn't this the third? No. There's a difference between Batgirl and Batwoman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And this is a Batgirl movie, right? Not a Batwoman.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it'll be a Batgirl. I don't. I'm not really excited. I'm honestly not excited at all for the future of the DCEU, which sucks because I was just getting excited for it.
Yeah. I still haven't
But
watched the Zack Snyder
I
Justice League
still
cut.
I
So,
still haven't finished either.
yeah. I thought you have seen it.
No, I watched like the first 2 hours of it and I never finished it.
Oh. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
I mean it was good.
maybe like we can like view party it together or something. I think you can have
That'd
do
be
that on HBO Max.
yeah, that'd be fun. That'd
Just
be awesome.
just got to dedicate 4 hours of our lives to that.
I wouldn't mind honestly. That'd be pretty cool. Get some snacks,
Yeah.
kick back.
Honestly, I think the one Justice League, the Josh Whedon one, I think that movie gets too much hate. I don't like Josh Whedon, but considering like what he was given and he had like a limited budget and they're like, here's this movie, you have to chop it down in an hour and a half and make it like a Marvel movie. Considering what he did, I think he did an okay job.
Yeah, that's that. I gotta disagree with you on that. I felt that way at first, honestly, but I rewatched Justice League again, and I was like, wow, this movie is a mess.
Oh, I'm not
And
doubting it's not a mess, but he also had to cut down a 4.5 hour movie into like a 2.5 hour movie and like completely
yeah,
change the
that is
tone
true.
of it. So I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm just saying that considering what he
Oh
had to
yeah, he had
do.
it was doomed to fail. They never should have given it to Joss Whedon. What they should have done is delayed the movie and waited until Zack Snyder could come back.
Yeah. I mean, I
You know,
also
so
get one.
Zack Snyder could have just done it.
Well, yeah. Well, they also the longer that the reason why they did that because the longer they had if they had it in production, the more money they would have had to owe the bank because of that's usually how a lot of movies get their funding is they take loans out from the banks and stuff. So that loan would accumulate more interest. So there's like, well, we have to get it out now, or otherwise we're just gonna, lose like all this money. So I still
No,
think
that makes sense. Yeah,
I still think it's scummy and stuff, but like
yeah.
you
No,
do,
I hear what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I do not like Josh Whedon at all. He is I think he's a good writer, but that's about it. Like he's a disgusting human being and he's a huge hypocrite. He's like don't be sexist and then he's like being all creepy and predatory with like all the female actresses and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Josh Whedon. I honestly, I've rewatching the first Avengers. I'm realizing like, yeah, this movie's pretty good, but like Joss Whedon's directorial style is kind of weird. And honestly, like, it really could have messed up the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, like, yeah. Or wait, no, that was Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Now the Russo brothers are the guys who direct the movies now. I like them.
Yeah, Josh Whedon
Or
directed the first
the first
Avengers,
Avengers.
which I think is still really good. I think that one still holds up. And then he also directed Age of Ultron, which I don't like.
He directed Age of Ultron too.
He also wrote it.
I think the first two Avengers movies would have been a million times better, honestly, if the Russo brothers had directed them, though.
Yeah.
But the first one is still really good. Yeah, it's just like for everything that it is, it's freaking awesome. But there are some things about it that I'm like, dang, people really might not have liked this movie, and we could be living a very different world right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I don't think
But
there's.
another one.
Oh, go ahead.
What's
Yeah.
that? No, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was saying. You go ahead.
Um, I got I'm looking forward to okay, yeah, two things out of DC I am looking forward to: Black Adam and Flash. I think those will be good.
Oh yeah,
I think they could.
Black Adam's
I
coming
think.
out this year.
Yeah, I didn't. I completely didn't even know. I was like, yeah, Black Adam will be here in like 2025, but no, it's next year or this year.
Yeah. Dang. There's one
Keep
movie.
catching my.
Yeah. There's one movie I want to talk about, but I'll save it for politics because I know he's pretty hyped for this one, so I'll save it for the very end. So if he can come in, but
Have you seen the John Wick movies?
I have not. I know John Wick 4 is coming out. I need to watch
Yeah,
them. That's
dude, I didn't.
when I'm like in
I didn't.
between college and stuff, I'll try to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, man. John Wick 3 is honestly just a cinematic achievement in my opinion. Like, it's got a couple plot holes, but just like as an action movie, that's probably my favorite action movie of all time.
Yeah.
That and have you ever seen Mission Impossible? Not Ghost Protocol.
Rogue Nation or Fallout.
Fallout, the newest one. Yeah, Fallout.
Well, you set up a perfect transition because Mission Impossible 7's coming out this year too.
Yeah, I have
So
that on my list too. Are
now,
you excited for that one?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one. That one's gonna be good. You
Yeah.
can, I mean, say what you want about Tom Cruise, but I think he's a decent actor most of the time. Sometimes he's not good, but he's a good actor, and you got to give him credit for his dedication to the craft.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll take my shots at him too, but I think you also got to keep in mind, like, Yeah, his religion's weird, but in retrospect, all religions are a little weird. And this is coming from a religious person, so like
Yeah,
we're
no,
we're all strange
yeah, I don't
creatures.
really. A lot of times with like actors and stuff, I think people try to pay too much like attention to their personal lives and all that stuff. But like a lot of times, people also forget that like if you look at our personal lives, some of our details aren't that normal.
Yeah.
It's just everybody has a microscope under them.
Mm-hmm.
But um,
The
he's
core.
he's been he's had some weird stuff that he's done that I think is honestly really misunderstood in
Yeah.
a lot of ways. He's a pretty interesting guy. I've seen some interviews with him where he just like you can just kind of like see how his mind works. He's interesting. I like
Mm-hmm.
his movies. And the last Mission Impossible was just crazy to me. I thought they were like gonna get bad because I don't really like Rogue Nation that much.
Yeah.
And and then yeah, Fallout was incredible, dude. I love that movie.
Yeah, Fallout's probably in my top 10 like favorite movies. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm hoping
yeah.
this one. But it's kind of funny cuz like most movie series, they usually start off pretty good, but as they keep going on, they get worse and worse. But Mission
hmm
Impossible's kind of the opposite. Like
Yeah,
I rewatched the
exactly.
original movies. They're not super good. They're kind of like
Yeah, the first one.
yeah,
The
they're
first one's kind of tough, honestly.
yeah, they're all kind of boring if I'm being honest. At least like until you get
Dude,
to like
yeah,
number 4. So,
yeah, yeah. Honestly, I've tried to rewatch the first one like many times, and I've never been able to finish it just because it's I think it's boring, honestly.
yeah.
Now the second and third I love, but three and four, I yeah, those movies are awesome. I love those so much.
Yeah,
I used to watch them all the time when I was a kid.
I like the second one cuz that one's like so over the top balls to the walls that you just got to love it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the third one was directed by J.J. Abrams, and it like I don't know, you can just see like his filthy little handprints all over it. And like I got a headache watching that movie with his shaky cam and like the bright lights and like his usual style. Like I can't watch the third one because it like just hurts me to watch because I get like a headache and all that. So
yeah. It definitely does have a weird feel to it. It does. I love the second one because of just like how 2000s it is,
hmm
and the fourth one was always like my favorite growing up. Mission Ghost Protocol. I watched that movie so much.
that one honestly, that one is like that's easily my. I don't know if I really like Fallout, but Ghost Protocol like I don't think the action's necessarily as good, but like it just has like that special something that like makes me really like it. I still think I like Fallout a teeny bit more, but they're pretty close for me.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember being a kid just seeing the trailer for that movie when he was up on top of the Burj Khalifa? Like we thought that was so insane.
I do not. I grew up sheltered, remember?
No. Yeah, that is true. Dang, I didn't what?
But
Man, I remember seeing the trailers for that movie and I wanted to go see it in theater so bad. I didn't end up seeing it, but I watched it like later that year and I just like kept watching it over and over one weekend.
yeah, I was I do remember watching seeing the trailer for the first Avengers movie and then like hearing how awesome it was. That was my first PG-13 movie I ever saw in theaters. So that movie will
Yeah.
always hold a special place in my
Oh man.
my
Yeah,
cold black
exactly.
heart. Same with the
I
2000 the
think
Peter Jackson King Kong. First PG-13 movie I ever saw.
mine is a Peter Jackson movie too. Well, it's not my first PG-13 movie in the theaters, but one of my favorite like movie theater experiences that I remember, other than the first Avengers and Spider-Man: No Way Home, actually, is going to see The Hobbit. Dude, I saw that like opening weekend, the first Hobbit movie,
hmm
um, and that was huge for me because I was a massive Lord of the Rings fan at the time, and just like because I remember like seeing the trailer all the time and like, have you ever seen the trailer for that movie?
The Hobbit, yeah. I also saw that in the
Yeah.
theaters like opening
Yeah.
weekend or something and it was
Oh
like
man. Yeah.
jammed packed. I like the first one. It's not like great by any means. I think the first one
Yeah.
gets too much hate. The second one, the only part I really like is Smaug just cuz he looks cool. But
Yeah.
the third one's kind of a mess.
Yeah. The third one's kind of. I honestly rewatched it. I rewatched it a few years ago, and I didn't hate it. It just seemed like they were trying to redo Return of the King,
Yeah,
but like with less stuff,
they're
and it just
just
didn't really work.
they're just saving that for
Yeah,
the
I wish.
Amazon series.
Yeah, I wish they would have done the climax a little bit differently instead of making it like a war. Battle of the five armies. Like they could have done something a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, or at least brought it to life in a way that was more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But the Amazon series should be crazy.
Unfortunately, I heard it's like they're gonna take like the same approach as Game of Thrones. So there's gonna be like a lot of sex and nudity, which I don't think you need uh
The
in
Lord
Lord
of
of the
the
Rings.
Rings
Yeah,
series.
I don't know.
I
Like
think
I'm a
I think
person
it's a
that
good idea.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think it's a good idea because the problem with those genres, especially medieval genres, and just when it's not set in present day, there's not enough to keep it interesting sometimes. And like a lot of those stories have to be character driven. So I mean, what do characters do? What do people do? They have sex. And it just kind of like it makes it all feel more natural, and I think that's part of the big allure of Game of Thrones was like everybody was watching it because it was like so violent and so much nudity, and it was like this kings and queens show about all this politics and stuff where it drew you in with so many of those interesting facets. So if they could do that with a Lord of the Rings show, I think they'll kill it. But if you keep beating a dead horse, just try to rehash Peter Jackson's work into a TV show. I don't know
Yeah,
if that would work.
I don't think it will because I think a lot of people forget like the honestly the Lord of the Rings trilogy is like some of the greatest movies of all time. I think it's better like I think Star Wars is kind of overrated if I'm being honest. Like it's
Yeah.
good, but everyone's like Star Wars is the greatest franchise ever. I'm like it's good, but like I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's been a mess for a long time, like the first movies are like classics, and yeah, they were like the first sci-fi movies that ever came out in the 70s,
mm-hmm.
but like people are forgetting why those movies were so important. It was because nobody ever really made a space opera like that, it was a soap opera in space.
Yeah, and
People don't even like Star Wars fans don't like to hear that. It's a soap opera in space.
no, yeah, like I don't like
Especially
this.
the original.
I don't like the sequels and stuff, but like the originals are pretty silly. So
Yeah, they are at a lot of times, and they're good and everything, but I think what people like more is the universe set up and the potential it has.
mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, the things that are amazing in the Star Wars universe, Mandalorian, and the animated shows, Rebels and Clone Wars, those are incredible. Awesome mythology.
Yeah. Clone Wars. Clone Wars. I think honestly, I think Clone Wars is the best piece of Star Wars property. I think it's better than the original trilogy.
Yeah, I honestly do too. It's amazing. I think Star Wars has a lot more potential to do better stories than have ever been done with it,
Yeah.
but it seems like Disney just like I don't know why they always mess it up. Like they're just like everybody, like especially J.J. Abrams, because he had a great view for the Star Wars trilogy. I think he was the perfect person to do a Star Wars trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
and they just freaking shot him in the foot. It's just like just screwed the pooch.
Yeah.
And they could have had a great trilogy with the flowing story that people would have loved, but now they have a finale to an incredibly iconic story that people hate.
Yeah.
Ray kissed Kylo Ren. Remember that?
I actually have not seen. Uh,
You haven't seen Rise of
I
Skywalker?
have not. No. It came out when I was on my
When you were out in
on my
yeah.
mission. Yeah. So I never I never watched it because
It's
I just haven't heard enough. I haven't really heard any good things about it, and I just
I'll tell
don't really
you.
have a ton of interest in watching it. I know all the stuff that happens, like how it's so dumb that Palpatine comes back, and yeah,
I don't know. It is a really cool looking movie though. It's like it's a beautiful movie, but it's written terribly.
yeah,
The plot just so bad.
uh,
So bad, man.
yeah. So I think for
People were so mad coming out of the theaters too. I remember seeing it. It was like it was the midnight premiere in downtown Seattle, and I remember walking out and people were so upset. It was so bad, dude. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of this theater safely if I say anything else than other than this movie was trash, you know.
Yeah. You're like
And I liked it at first.
you're like this is the best movie ever. Like everyone pulls out their torches and pitchforks, and you're like, "Yipe!"
Oh man, well, sorry. What were you trying to say a second ago? My bad.
Honestly, I don't even remember. But
I got a big one for you. That's kind of you might not even know about this one. Um, but kind of interesting. Okay, Indiana Jones 5.
oh, that's coming
You
out this year.
Yeah. Okay, but get this. Your director is James Mangold
Okay.
from Logan and the Wolverine, which I think could be freaking awesome.
Okay. I be
I think that could.
Who's the
I
writers
think
though?
that. I forget. I was looking at it. It looks like an all. You want to pull it up real quick on IMDb? I can't. I don't want to misquote. But I liked what I saw. He has some new cast members that he's bringing in and stuff that I think are going to make some good characters.
So from what I'm seeing, that doesn't come out till 2023. So next
Oh,
year.
what? Really?
Yeah.
What? I was watching an interview earlier that said it was slated for late this year. Dang. Okay, well, no, forget that one.
Yeah.
Still, I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Especially because I think the genre of like those types of movies is getting more popular again.
The adventure movies and stuff.
Yeah, I mean we have Jumanji, which were pretty big. Those two movies,
That
and then
I wonder
you've
if that
got
matches.
Jungle Cruise and the other one. I wonder if there's a third one. Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Um
But yeah, I think that's going to be a trend because now you have Uncharted coming out.
and also Red
Um,
Note. Oh yeah, Uncharted comes out this year. Well, Red Notice just
yeah,
came
Red
out. That's
Notice.
kind of like an adventure movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other one I was going to say. Red Notice and Jungle Cruise are pretty similar too.
Yeah.
Pretty different, but pretty similar. But yeah, adventure movie.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any news. It doesn't look like the Jumanji 4 is going to happen for a little bit just cuz it's technically a sequel to the original movie, but yeah, we'll see when that movie comes out.
Yeah.
Um
Huh. Okay, I do have Avatar 2 on here. That could be pretty interesting this year.
That is honestly, I think I might go see that one when it comes out in IMAX because I've actually never have seen the first one, so I need to watch that. I've heard it's not good, but I'm curious because James Cameron, he just has like a really good way of like keep pushing and pushing like technological stuff with movies. And even like
Mm-hmm.
movies, he's made a couple of great ones. I mean, he made Aliens.
Yeah, yeah, Terminator 1 and 2.
And
Um,
yeah, even say what you will about the first Avatar, you can't deny that like he's at least
I
like
actually like that movie.
he's always pushing the boundaries in movies, whether he's making like really great movies or he's like pushing like the more technical side, which it kind of seems like he's more pushing the technical side. Like even kind of Alita Battle Angel showed that, which I really
He
like.
directed that?
He produced it. He was gonna direct
Oh,
it, but he stepped away from it to direct all the Avatar sequels that will
oh
be
yeah.
coming. So now, and then Robert Rodriguez took in and directed it, and
Yeah, I really liked Alita.
I like that too. That came out like around the same time as Captain Marvel, and I saw both, and one was like way better than the other.
Obviously, I don't think we need to say which was which.
It was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is my all-time favorite movie.
It was definitely Captain Marvel. Oh my gosh, I was blown away.
I was blown away. Oh, Brie Larson's acting.
Her performance it was applaudable. Okay. One I am pretty excited for though. The Marvels coming out this year. I'm hyped to see Monica Rambeau get her powers, or not get her powers, but start using her powers. You know, and start meddling around in the multiverse.
Yeah. I have no comments on the Marvels.
I like Monica Rambeau because she was funny in WandaVision, and her powers are cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like she could be a cool version of Captain Marvel that maybe we don't have to hate as much. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, I'll deal with that. We also have Black Panther 2 coming out this year, and we have
Multiverse.
Multiverse of Madness,
Okay, I just
Moon
found
Knight.
out last night that Multiverse of Madness is going to be directed by Sam Raimi.
No way.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's pretty awesome.
No, is it actually?
Yeah.
I thought it was directed by Scott. What's his name?
I thought so too, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it's Sam Raimi.
I
Definitely.
saw like a meme about it saying that Sam Raimi, like they were making like a reference to like the evil Doctor Strange and Bully Maguire. I'm like, they're like when Sam Raimi makes two versions. I'm like, wait, is Sam Raimi directing this? And I looked it up, and yeah, Sam Raimi is. So I'm like, I'm pretty hyped for this now.
Dude, no, there's something else crazy going on with this movie. You know who else is in it? Bruce
Um,
Cam- Bruce Campbell, dude.
oh yeah, I know. Eric Bana, his version of the Hulk is gonna be in it. Well, he'll be in it, but he'll be playing Bruce Banner
That's wild.
From the Ang Lee movie. I heard there's gonna be a bunch of cameos. I heard there's
That
rumors that there's gonna be an Iron Man variant in the movie, and some people think it's gonna be Tom Cruise since he was originally casted to be Iron Man.
yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy about Bruce Campbell though? He was originally going to be Mysterio in Spider-Man 4, the sequel to Spider-Man 3.
Oh
Remember
dang!
he was the announcer at the wrestling ring in the first Spider-Man movie.
Cute outfit. Did your husband make it for you?
Yeah, the announcer in that scene was him and he was going to be revealed to be Mysterio all along.
Huh. That's cool.
So that's nuts, dude. I wonder what he's going to be doing in this movie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Doctor Strange. I was pretty hyped for Multiverse of Madness, and then I saw the trailer, and I don't know if that's supposed to be Supreme Strange from What If at the end of it when he's like, I don't know, it's like all emo strange or whatever. I don't know if that's supposed to be um this Doctor Strange from What If. So like I heard a lot of people say it was, which kind of got me like not excited for it because that's probably like the only like great episode of What If for me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta. I mean, they already kind of ruined him in the end in the finale, but I don't know. Like this is the guy that like has had tragedy struck by his own doing, and he has to like live in his own prison for all of eternity to like accept to like have to deal with the fact that he was responsible for the destruction of his entire universe and couldn't even save the one that he loved. And then like I
Yeah.
hope they don't
That
just make
episode of
him
One If.
yeah, I hope they don't make him like, I'm the evil strange. I just hope that's not him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I honestly don't want him to be him either cuz I think it's better if they kind of leave the animated stuff like separate.
Yeah.
Like you guys can it doesn't have to connect, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I am
what else?
well
Oh,
for
Thor 4 is coming out this year.
yeah, I'm not too hyped for that, but we'll see. Just because I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like female Thor, like just replacing regular Thor, because Marvel doesn't
Yeah.
have enough confidence in like using one of their original female characters or coming up with a new one that they have to like use like the male female versions of like their already popular characters because otherwise the people wouldn't care. So that's my prediction for it. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really hyped for it. I just want to see more of the MCU develop. So whatever post credit scene I get out of that movie, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Like when I watched Shang-Chi the second time, I'm gonna admit I didn't really like it as much as I did the first time, but I can still appreciate that it wasn't just like female so and so or whatever, or like it wasn't just like they changed like some like the sex or race of a character. At least like Shang-Chi is his own character. So I can at least appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh man. Um, it's gonna be a good year. Honestly, there's a lot to see. There's a lot going on.
I am curious on how Black Panther 2 is going to happen, though.
Yeah, so am I. I noticed what they said in What If um that I can't think of his name right now, but Michael B. Jordan's character was going to be becoming T'Challa in one universe. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see that.
I've heard two rumors. I don't know. I'm more okay with one than the other. So I've heard either like M'Baku is going to become Black Panther, Winston Duke,
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah.
or it's going to be Shuri, which between the two, like M'Baku would be the much better choice. Because Winston Duke's like
Hmm.
6'5" or something like that. He's a huge guy.
Yeah, that'd be honestly. It'd be good to see him.
Plus,
I like him in the first Black Panther movie too.
yeah. No, I like Winston Duke. He's a cool guy. Not that I know him personally or anything, but
But yeah,
if but like considering all the flowers were burned in the original movie, Killmonger except one, but they used that for T'Challa. But obviously Chadwick Boseman died, so you can't have him be it. So there should be. I I am interested to see how they're gonna pull that off. They're gonna be like, oh, there was actually this secret flower patch growing over here or whatever, which wouldn't make any sense. But I would much prefer to see M'Baku be Black Panther than Shuri.
oh man, yeah. That's the only thing I think I wouldn't be okay with.
If Shuri was Black Panther,
Yeah, I think we have enough. I think I think we're doing fine. I think we're doing fine. I don't want to say anything cancel worthy on here, but I think we're
Psh,
doing fine with all that female characters replacing characters that were always
yeah.
male for no friend.
Well, apparently Chadwick Boseman wasn't very happy with Marvel because apparently they were already like going down that road anyway. So they were
What
like,
really?
yeah, supposedly they were already going to replace him with Shuri, and like he wasn't very happy about it, which I think is understandable.
Yeah, that's
I don't really care for the
what.
movie, but Chadwick Boseman was a great Black Panther in all the movies that he starred in as Black Panther. So
Mhm. Yeah, I mean he was incredible.
yeah, so I don't. Well, I know why Disney would replace him for politic points, but well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. We will. We will.
Okay, what would you prefer? Because I would you have preferred, I guess between like the three options of Shuri M'Baku, or even potentially them recasting Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Which one would out of the three? Which one would you prefer personally?
Uh, what are my three options here?
So M'Baku,
Mhm.
Shuri, or if they just recasted T'Challa.
Um, I don't get Michael B. Jordan as an option,
Well, no, because he's dead in that universe.
but we're about to get Multiverse of Madness. He could just get brought in.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like the lazy option. I don't know.
That
If you really want to pick Killmonger, you can, but at least like between those three, I'm just curious.
it would be M'Baku then.
You'd pick M'Baku.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of on the fence of M'Baku or like recast him. I
Mhm.
don't know, just because like I don't know. I don't know how many more Black Panther movies they have planned. I'm gonna assume they have at least probably two more,
Mhm.
including this
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of almost leaning towards recasting him because like he had like he had like his own solo movie, and that's about it. But even like in that, he was kind of a side character in his own movie, which is one of my problems with it because I like T'Challa.
Yeah.
So to see like that he like kind of got sidelined in his own movie, it just kind of bugged me. So That's why I would almost
Yeah,
say just recast him because like T'Challa himself hasn't actually had like a whole lot of screen time throughout the entire MCU.
yeah, it is pretty sad to. It was pretty sad to see that. That's just, oh man, that's just such a tragedy that we don't
Mm-hmm.
get to see him play Black Panther anymore, man.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
I,
I think they'll do. I think they'll make a good move, whatever they do. Though Marvel is usually pretty solid.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
am excited to see the movie, though. I want to see who they do for the villain because the Namor rumors have been crazy for the last few years. So we'll see if those come to fruition.
Yeah. I just can't wait till like when we're like 100 years old and Disney owns every property and we see like an Endgame style event, but it's literally every movie property. You see like Terminators walk out, and then you see like John Wick come out, and then you see like Godzilla come out, and then you see like Superman and like all these characters. When Disney just owns everyone and they just plug us into like chambers like the Matrix. And Mickey's like, haha, you're gonna consume this media and you're gonna like it. Haha.
Yeah, that's wow. That honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. You know, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. There's actually the director of one of the newest Godzilla movies. He's like, they should totally make a Godzilla versus Avengers crossover because they actually made a comic in that. Because for a short time in history, Marvel actually owns the rights to Godzilla. So there's actually a couple comics where Godzilla's fighting the Avengers. So fun fact for you.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, dude, there have been so many crazy comic book crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that happened, like Batman fighting Spawn. Like, there have been some wild ones.
Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Batman, yeah.
My sister loves that movie. The
Which
crossover,
one?
the crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and
They made a
Batman.
movie out of it?
Yeah, it's actually not bad. Like it's obvious. It's like
What?
it's obviously really silly, but it's pretty funny. I like it.
You know what I really want to see come out, man?
Hmm.
I want to see Todd McFarlane's new Spawn movie. I want to see him get a chance to remake that.
Mm. I, I aren't. Isn't there one in the works though?
I don't know.
I think there
I just don't
is.
know
I
where
would.
it's at right now.
I would be
Been-
shocked. I'd be shocked if they're not remaking a new one.
They were working on it, but I don't know where. Like, I don't know what's.
It looks like it might come out this year actually, potentially. A new Spawn movie.
Have they been filming?
It it looks like there's one in the works, either potentially this year or maybe next year. That would be really cool. That'd be interesting to see.
They've been saying that stuff forever though. Did he say anything specific?
No. So the Spawn creator promises that a reboot is on track. So it looks
Oh
like
yeah,
there is one in, at least like there's probably like going on behind the scenes, and it looks like Jamie Foxx might be Spawn. Okay, that would be a pretty dope movie. Jamie Foxx as Spawn.
yeah. He's trying to build an MCU type thing, but he's saying that it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, which is good. I'd rather him take his time and stuff.
Yeah, he's trying to make it his directorial debut,
That'd
and
be that'd be cool to see.
it's supposed to Fox as a Spawn.
What other properties would that cross over with?
There's a ton of stories and stuff from Image Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a ton of stories that involve like just different characters that they have in there.
Is what about Hellboy's Dark Horse comics, right?
Yeah,
Okay. That would
honestly, they did cross over a few times in the comics, so
I love the original Hellboy movies.
Yeah, so do I.
They
The new
did
one,
the new one I have not seen, but I've seen clips from it, and from what I've seen, it doesn't look like. I mean, I've heard it's bad, and I believe it, but it looks like a hot mess bad. Not like every aspect of it is terrible.
oh my gosh, I just saw a meme. Okay, for those who are saying Star Wars is the biggest movie ever and breaking all records, wait for 32516 and then we'll talk. And it's the three character posters of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman for Batman versus Superman.
Mm.
So, oh man, that movie was so disappointing.
Batman v Superman. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Honestly, people are like, this part's good. I'm like, honestly, it's all kind of a mess.
Yeah, that movie is terrible.
A lot of people
Um,
like really try to defend that film, be like, no, Zack Snyder's like really a genius in this scene. I'm like, dude, it's not a good movie. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm like, you can
it's
like it, but like, don't like you can like. There's nothing wrong with liking garbage or even schlock. Like, I like Godzilla versus Kong, and I acknowledge that is not like a great movie by any means. But I don't go around saying like, by gosh, Godzilla versus Kong, move over Godfather, move over Citizen Kane. This is the true art form of cinema. Although to be fair, Godzilla vs Kong did save theaters from COVID crashing,
okay.
so we got to give it at least that.
Anybody, they can say what they will about Godzilla versus Kong. I love that movie, and I'll die on this hill.
Oh, I'll die on it
That movie
too.
was awesome, dude. That movie was awesome, man. It's been a few times in my life that I've been that excited in a theater.
Yeah,
That was awesome, dude. I'm not like a big monster movie guy,
yeah,
but just like seeing that come to life, man, it was so well done.
yeah.
And like, it's not a great movie by any means, but as a monster crazy action movie, I mean, they hit all the marks.
The movie knew
I,
what it was, so it didn't like waste your time.
yeah.
It's like, hey,
Hey,
you're
that,
here for big action
that,
movies. We're gonna give you big action scenes.
they wasted our time a little bit with those annoying ass kids, though.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Wait, YouTube, my bad.
yeah, yeah. That's what censoring's for. Plus, if politics gaming ever gets his butt up on here, then
Yeah,
then
there'll be plenty
yeah,
of these censoring.
he'll make me edit a lot. I love him though.
Yeah, I try my best for you, buddy. I'm not always
Nah,
perfect
you're
though.
fine. Besides, I'm not monetized. Well, I don't care anymore.
You're not monetized anymore?
No, I was monetized for like a couple days. I think I've made like $4 off of YouTube, but they don't send you the money until like you've made at least $100. So like
What happened?
I don't know. They got stupid. They gave me like monetization for like a week and then they just took it away. And I hadn't posted any new videos and they're like, you've broken our copyright thing. You have too many videos that reuse people's content." And then I've just been like reapplying ever since. So that's kind of my one goal. I guess this is also like a mini channel update. But this year I'm really gonna try to like make YouTube like a more professional thing and stuff. I'm gonna try to do longer forms content. I'm
Yeah.
gonna slowly do away like with the music edits and videos edits, which I love doing them, but I am a little burnt out on them. Plus, like ultimately, if I want to like evolve YouTube,
If you want to monetize yourself, yeah.
yeah, especially like I don't know if I'm gonna make videos and like spend a bunch of time. I want to make something like more meaningful, like
Yeah.
a couple projects that I'm working on. Like I'm really excited to work on the Shang-Chi and Kung Fu Panda 2 script for if nothing to give Kung Fu Panda 2 more spotlight and stuff and all
Mhm.
that. Oh, there goes politics. But yeah, I'm really hyped for that. I'm gonna work on since politics is gone, I doubt he'll come on. So I will talk about the one movie that I'm cautiously optimistic for, and that's the final Jurassic World movie, which I'm working on, like on a recap of like I rewatched all of the original movies, all the
Mhm.
prior movies, except I haven't watched Fallen Kingdom yet, which I'm not looking forward to that. But I'm rewatching all of them, and like I'm gonna do like a big review like of my thoughts on the entire franchise. Speaking of, the first Jurassic Park movie, like I totally forgot how great it was. Like it's easily like in the like top 10 greatest movies of all time.
Great film. Great film. I love it.
So, but
It's awesome.
yeah, we'll see with Jurassic World Dominion. Have you seen the first 5 minutes of it? Did you get a chance to
No,
watch
I
it?
haven't. What, that came out? That came out?
Yeah, here,
What?
let me pull it up and I'll show you. Department of Fish and Wildlife. Yeah. That's where I hope to work for potentially someday. That'd be cool. Or for the National Parks Association. But yeah, that was
You see a T-Rex out there?
huh?
You see a T-Rex out there? You see a T-Rex out there? You're like, you need a permit to exist out here.
Sir, I'm gonna have to take you in. Huh?
It looks good though. I think I don't know. I think it's going to be really sad if the last Jurassic Park movie isn't good. So
Yeah. I mean, I hope not, but I'm like, it's the old saying: expect the worst and hope for the best. Yeah, I can't think of any other movies. I think that's pretty much it.
yeah, I think we exhausted our list. I actually have to. I'm probably going to get going, but
All right, sounds good.
I think we're all good. Yeah, I think we went through everything pretty well.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be a good year. It's going to be a lot of stuff for us to break down too. I'm excited for the podcast.
oh, definitely. Yeah. So all right, everyone. Say bye-bye to Uncle David.
All right, folks. Good night.
Don't worry, I won't let this uncle touch you when you're a child.
That's the best kind of uncle.
You're like my uncle did that to me all the time. I didn't have and I grew up fine. See?
Oh man. All right, buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the sack pretty soon. So I'll talk to you later.
All right, I will talk to you later.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You as well. Bye.
All right. Bye.